Okay, today's project is a coffee table. It's got a sliding top, and you can hide stuff underneath it. We are making it out of 3/4 inch white oak that just came from the local home improvement center. Nothing fancy about it whatsoever. Dimensions are based on economizing the wood. Here we're just cutting it in half so that we can use the halves of this piece of wood to make the legs. One of the things that was neat about this build is that we decided we would use interlocking miter joints to form the legs. This joint's really cool. You run one side of the material through vertically and the other side of the material through horizontally, and then they just lock together. Here you can see how they go together. You can see that they're very, very tightly locked. We mitered the legs so that we could put a piece of 3/4 inch plywood in as the bottom. Doesn't need to be 3/4 inch, but that's what we had, so we used that material. The great thing about using these legs that are formed in that 90-degree fashion like that is that the edge of the table all the way around is exactly the same dimension. So the bottom is just a rectangular piece. You don't have to notch anything out. The top, you'll notice here that I didn't set up stop blocks, and none of that mattered. I just took the 8-foot long boards from the home center and cut them in half. That made my glue up out of that. The glue up ended up with raggedy edges, which we just trimmed off with the track saw. Here we're doing the stringers that run along the side. This is the rabbit cut that we made up with the legs. This is a new tool for the shop. Bought a Festool Domino. These things are fantastic. It's everything every YouTube woodworker says it is. I don't think it's my favorite tool, but I do definitely understand what the allure is. I mean, literally, you just make some lines on the wood where you want the two things to come together, and you cut a couple of holes with these things, and you jam those dominoes in them with glue, and that's it. And they're much better than biscuits because biscuits can move laterally, because they're not rectangular shaped. And biscuits also don't have anywhere near the flex strength that the dominoes do. The dominoes are more like dowels, right? So you see people doing dowel connections. These are like dowel connections. They're strong that way. Always make sure to use the right tool. One of the things I always do whenever I watch these videos is I watch to see how many wardrobe changes there are. A lot of these projects look like they're done in the same day, but you see like 12 wardrobe changes and you realize, oh, that must have taken a lot longer than that. This one, I think there's 2 wardrobe changes. I think. Another thing that's true about woodworking is you can never have too many clamps. I know they say this a lot on different YouTube videos, but it really is true. This is another new technique we thought we would try. I picked up a scraper at the local Rockler, and pretty happy with how easy that is to use. It makes a surprisingly good finish. This is a quick shot of the sanding. Not going to show you how much time was spent sanding. Again, another set of clamps all over one end of it. The way these lock joints went together, it was really easy to do one side and then go do the other side. Top was put together with dominoes. Lined it up very well, made it look pretty good. It didn't take very much sanding at all. It took more sanding to get rid of the glue joints, honestly. I've since found a glue scraper, so that sped that process up quite a bit. And here it is at its new home. Threw some guns in there at the gun store. There you go.